So you've been seeing advertisements online for this company called Palm Jewelers who sells free chains. You're a little bit hesitant to buy it at first, so you decide to look at the reviews. They're all positive, but you still are not sure, so now you're here. I have pulled the trigger for you, so today we're going to review Palm Jewelers free chain, 2 of them. Let's get into it. So before we actually get into this video, just a little disclaimer. The packaging that I'm about to show you guys is not actually how the chain comes in. When you open the bag, it usually has that little vacuum sealed, I call it a snake condom because it's just a piece of plastic that's wrapped around the jewelry to keep it protected, which is good on Palm Jewelers' part, but it's a pain for us because it's a pain to get off. There's also 2 inside of the bag that I put in, so just be aware. So when you first get your piece from Palm Jewelers, it's gonna come in a little travel pouch like this, a little fuzzy travel pouch. Actually feels kind of satisfying, but inside is going to be the chain that you ordered. And inside the bag too, you'll also get a little card from Palm Jewelers, a thank you card for your purchase, and a discount code in case you want to buy anything off of Palm Jewelers, which I honestly don't think that anybody's gonna buy anything soon. But I ordered their free pendant plus chain. I got a praying hands pendant as well as a rope chain in 20 inches. Appears to be about maybe 4 millimeters in width. And then I also ordered their Miami Cuban link in 20 inches. This time in silver. So we're gonna go over the Miami Cuban link first. And so for one, when I was unwrapping this chain that was wrapped in the vacuum sealed plastic, it was an absolute pain to get off. So after many attempts and trying, I've finally got it off. I've had this piece for a little while, but I thought I'd just review it with you guys. But my first impressions about this chain was the clasp was extremely cheap and basic. As you guys can see, it's not even just, it's a lobster clasp, and then the little hole right there, the little ring that's wrapped around the chain. So I definitely would improve the clasp quality of it, and looking at the links, they're okay, but they're not fully closed off. I don't know if the camera can kind of pick that up, but this is definitely machine made. No clue what the materials are just yet, because I've never tested it, but that's what we're about to do. So I'll have you guys take a look at the links, and then we'll run a couple tests on it. Alright? So correction, they actually did a pretty okay job at closing the links, but I feel like they could be closed just a little tighter. Kind of like how Jackson makes their chains. But this piece is probably stainless steel with rhodium plating, because I've been wearing it almost every day for the past year, and it has not experienced one bit of tarnishing or fading, and it has not turned my neck green. I have countless settings like the gym, the pool, the lake, even going on hikes. Like, I've worn this piece quite a bit. I think it's nice, but all things considered, if you don't want to pull the trigger on this, then don't. I mean, it looks okay. It actually looks nice. So if you want to drop a bunch of money on a chain, that's up to you. That's your choice. It's your money. But if you don't exactly have cool guy money and you want to look cool, you can drop this. But just be aware, shipping will take forever. Just to get this chain alone, it took about 3 to 4 weeks. The last chain, the praying hands pendant that I showed you guys, was only 2. So just be aware that shipping will be a pain from this company. This piece does have a decent amount of weight to it. You can kind of feel it if you hold it in your hand, but we're gonna see how much it weighs because it's not mind-blowingly heavy. There you have it. 36.12 grams. Sorry about the little confusion there. My cat jumped on the dresser, but that's how much that piece weighs. So we're gonna go ahead and run a little magnet test on it. See what to with this. Before we do it, actually, we can do a little hang straight test to see if it actually hangs straight. So, hangs pretty straight, solid. So it's okay. But now for the fun part, magnet. It is magnetic. So, but it doesn't have a strong magnetic force to it. So the materials that are probably in this thing is probably mostly composed of iron or some other type of ferromagnetic metal that attaches to this magnet. But this piece is more than likely stainless steel. So for the final part, we're going to put it on our neck and see how it looks. So get back to you guys. So here's how it sits on the neck. Looks okay. I like the piece, so I think it looks really nice. But that's just my opinion. Cool. What do you guys think about this piece? Let me know in the comments. Alright, now we are moving on to the next part of our review, the rope chain with the praying hand pendant. So let's get into it. So here is the praying hand piece. It actually looks decent, but if you flip it over, it's got that non-closed back right there that's not exactly the best to have when it comes to pendants. I don't know, for me, I always want a closed back, not holes in the pendant like that. So I don't really like that. But similar to the last one, the clasp on this is extremely basic. You can see that there. And for a rope chain, this thing is actually kinda heavy. So since we have the magnet right here, we can just run the magnet test. And the shine on this puppy is actually kind of okay. Actually looks kind of nice. Not as good as like the Imperium shine, but it looks decent. But I highly doubt that this is 18 karat gold as they proclaim. This is probably just brass plated, but we're gonna see it. So the pendant is not magnetic, but the chain is. It has an extremely strong magnetic force to it. See, so the base metal of this is most definitely a ferromagnetic metal. I don't know which ferromagnetic metal, but my best guess, since it's extremely strong on it, it's probably made with more manganese or cobalt, maybe iron, but yeah, kind of disappointed in this piece, honestly. I mean, it looks nice to wear, but running these tests on this thing, it's not the best. So we're gonna go ahead and put this puppy on the scale and see how much. So before we actually put it on the scale, to give you guys a little analogy, a 2.5 millimeter solid 14 karat gold rope chain in 20 inches will weigh about 10.01 grams. So a solid 10 grams if you actually round it. This here appears to be a 4 millimeter, and I'm not sure how much a 4 millimeter actually weighs. So we're gonna weigh it with the pendant first. We'll weigh the pendant itself, and then we'll weigh the rope chain itself. But first off, we're going to weigh leather. So there we have it. 35.25 grams. So if you round that, that's about 35 grams. So decent weight, kind of similar to the Miami Cuban link. So we're gonna weigh the pendant itself, and then we'll weigh the rope chain. Okay, here's the pendant. 18.59 grams. So it's a decent weight. It actually feels pretty good too. But let's move on to the rope chain. Here it is. $16.69 grams. So I'm not sure how much a 4 millimeter 20-inch rope chain should weigh, but this is actually a pretty solid weight for a rope chain, especially a rope chain like this. So yeah, there you have it. One more test on the pendant before we actually end this video. So we're gonna see what type of stones are actually inside this here praying hands pendant. So okay, so here we have our diamond tester. We're going to see what type of stones are actually inside of this pendant here. So let's go for it. There's 3 stones for you. Seems like each stone is these are CZ stones. Cubic zirconia. So in case you don't know what that is, it's a sort of lab grown diamond with a pretty decent clarity. Kind of shining decent. The camera can kind of pick up that shine here. Let's flip the camera around and turn a flash on. So yeah, there's the shine. And then when we have our diamond tester, as you can see, it only goes to a 5 or 6. Whoops. And a 5 or 6 on the diamond tester means that it's a CZ stone. The beep that you just heard was it sliding off of the CZ stone and landing on the metal. Because if it lands on the metal, then it'll say that it's an actual diamond when it's not. Look, see? If we flip it over, test it out here. See? That's the metal. So, yeah, there you have it. We're gonna put it on our neck, see how it looks. And you can tell me in the comments whether or not you would actually buy this piece. So, here is how the piece looks on our neck. Looks okay. I mean, you could kind of rock this thing for like a daily wear. I've been wearing this thing for a little bit. It hasn't given me like a green neck or anything like that. So the materials are not extremely high quality, but they're okay. They're okay for daily wear. So you could probably wear this thing, like say if you're going swimming, out to a party, nightclub, whoever. So speaking of nightclub, let's actually turn off our lights and turn on the LED lights and see how well the pendant shines. So here's how it would look in like a nightclub setting with the LED lights on. As per usual, the stones tend to shine brighter in the blue lights. But if you'd rock this piece, let me know in the comments below. So if you would actually not want to drop the ball on a fully iced out chain, then you can wear this iced pendant. Be a little classy without being too flashy. Anyways, as always, thank you guys for watching. And if you would actually buy this piece or the Miami Cuban link, let me know in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. And if there's any jewelry company that you guys would like me to review, leave a comment below and I'll do what I can.